you have to drop out of school, fly to the UK to become a professional. That money was a lot, guys. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all, I'm so excited to be filming this video right now because I know that anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If it's your first time on this channel, hi, my name is Ashley and I'm God's favorite child. Nice to meet you whoever you are. If you're a returning subscriber, what's up my homies, what's up Team A Star? Thank you so much for those who subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to join Team A Star, feel free to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so that every time your girl uploads another banging, hot, flaming video, you'll be the first one to know. Okay, so today I'm going to be filming a story time. So I am going to be telling you, as you can see from the title below, I'm going to be telling you about the time when a clothing company DM me, they want me to model for their company. So this happened in August, like last year, 2020 August. I never even expected it, man. I never saw it coming. I didn't even think about God works in mysterious ways, man. I never expected it. It was just by shock. This company, right, it was a clothing company. Clothing companies like the Zara's, the Shane's. I don't want to say their name for confidential purposes, of course, but they had Zara vibes, Shane vibes, stuff. So the agent, let me just use the name, simple, Lindsay, right? Lindsay. Hi Ashley, my name is Lindsay and I work for this company based in the UK. She told me all about the info, like, oh, so this is what we do, we all about the stuff, and she told me all the details, and she's like, we would like you to be one of our models. Hey, I'm like, are y'all okay? Are you okay? Like, are you okay? Because in my head I'm like, wait, first of all, I didn't believe it when they were like, we want you to model for us, we want you to be one of our models. I was just like, you're kidding, right? Like, you're kidding. In my head I'm like, you're kidding, right? And then I asked them, have you looked at my profile first? And they're like, yeah, we have looked into your profile and we would like for you we would like for you to be one of our models. We like your vibe, we like the energy you reciprocate and all of that stuff. We like your energy. And I'm like, you guys know that I'm from Zimbabwe, right? The Southern Africa of the African continent, right? Because, okay, to be fair, guys, honestly, I just feel like sometimes, some people get mistaken in nationality for some awkward reason, but I just assume they thought that. They're like, yeah, we do know you're from Zimbabwe, we do know you're from the Southern African continent, whatever. And I'm like, there's something wrong somewhere. This is too good to be true. It must be a scam. This is definitely a scam. So I checked their page, I checked their website, I checked everything, the recommendations, everything, customer service, responses, feedback, and they looked super legit. So I'm like, okay, cool, okay, I'm like, okay, breathe, Ashley, breathe. Maybe God is opening, maybe this is your breakthrough, maybe God is opening doors for you, maybe this is your opportunity to shine, maybe this is the door that God is opening, Bear in mind, I am short. I'm hella short. Like, I am very short. So that if you are a modeling agency as well and you like me to model, please do not consider me. I am short. I can model. Number two, I do not like wearing these things called yalls. Not that I can't wear them, of course. But
oh, sure.
I do not like wearing them. Number three, my body structure is not the perfect ideal one for modeling. I'm not even body shaming myself, but I like my body structure. It's the bomb.com, okay? It's amazeballs. But it's not the one for modeling. So, I'm just like, hey, I wish the money they were offering me, it was a lot. That money was a lot, guys. Yo, so very bad with the body, right? I'm like body cool vibes. And then they were like, okay, so then the lady kept on talking. She's like, this was through an Instagram DM, So she's like, okay, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna send you clothes. We're gonna ship clothes to you. You're gonna take pictures in them. You're gonna wear them. Take pictures in them. Send us back. If we like what you are, you like what you see, we'll sign a contract with you. And I'm like, oh, interesting, interesting. What she said after that? She said, if you are now signing a contract with us, you have to drop out of school, fly to the UK to become a professional modeler. Guys, now that I think of it, right, it's so funny. And I'm like, yo, does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? Because honestly speaking, like I am an African child. Does that not ring a bell to you? Do you guys not get the reception? Do you not get the message? I was raised by African parents. How how do you think that is going to how do you think they're going to react when they find out that I wanna drop out of school, I wanna go to the UK and I wanna become a modeler? What do you think they would think? Do you think that they'll just allow me like that? No, they won't. So after that the lady she told me, I'm like, oh, you know, let me just think about it. Let me just take 3 days to think about it or more. She's like, okay, fine, cool. Just let us hit us up when you've made your decision. Okay, cool vibes, guys. And then I'm sitting there like, are these for reals? Like, are these people actually legit? So I I dear my sister. I'm like, you know what? There are these people that want me to model for the company and they're based in the UK. And then she's like, you Ashley modeling. And she said it is ridiculous. She said, she said, one bush studies a mirror. Damn! You never, right? And I'm like, at that point, guys, I understand it because, like, how can you, like, guys, I don't know if you know how I look, but it's not a modeling type of body. It's not the one, you know. So she's laughing. She's like, hey, modeling. You know that laugh, yeah, good. That type of love. That is what she did, guys. And I also laughed with them, like, honestly, like, these people are actually serious. And she's like, hi, it's a scam. It's a scam. You know, they're scamming you. You know, you never know. Hi, they're scamming. It's a scam chat. And I'm like, but I looked at their website. I looked at that. These guys have more than 20k followers. They could never possibly want to scam me because me, I will drag you down. I will drag you. And that's not good for your reputation. You know what I'm saying? She's like, you know, she's like, so you're actually thinking about it. For a second, I won't lie, guys, for a second, I thought about it. I'm like, this is good money, guys. This is my ticket to better world. At that point, the point where, guys, last year we had online dating, and it wasn't going well. It still isn't going well at the moment, but it was right now it's better. Last year I couldn't cope with it, and I'm like, this is an opportunity for me. This is God answering my prayers, because at that point I didn't actually think of what I wanted to be when I was older. I didn't even think about my plans. This is what I want to do. I was just like, this is a shortcut. You know, this is a shortcut to better world. And then I actually then reminisced, and I just thought, like, Ashley, number one, you don't have the body. Number two, my mother, guys, she hates modeling. She hates it. Like, let me tell you why, right? Number one, it says that modeling is not a stable profession, right? Because when you can get older, you can lose your shape and all of that. Number two, she says that sometimes the contract can be biased. You know, these fun errors that happen, you know, sometimes contract can be biased, and maybe you can be in a contract for more than the amount of time, you know, these funny, you know, documental things. And the third thing is that it can be unethical in the sense that sometimes employees may force you to do things you don't want to do, and it's just not ethical on your part and your beliefs. So me thinking, okay, this is what's up. Number one, school is hard. Number two, there is a company that wants me to be their face of the company in the UK. Number three, because the money, the changula, the cash dollar, like, the money was not, it was just alluring. I won't lie, it was alluring. Like, I know if someone asked my position, so that money they were going to. But I then thought about it and I'm like, you know what, guys, you know what, Ashley, this is not what you were called into this world for. Because I'm like, is this my purpose? Because even this is going to open a door for me, to explore different parts of my life, to actually rediscover myself, all those things. And then I'm like, okay, this was such a difficult decision to make. I won't even lie, it was so difficult. And then I'm like, no, I face the facts. You're a YouTuber. You talk too much. You're a motivational YouTuber. That's not modeling and motivation. They don't go along. From my perspective, though. Drag me if you want, but that's what I think. This is Africa. Reality check, I'm in Zimbabwe. No parent would ever allow the child to drop out of school too. Zvakaoma, guys.
Zvakaoma.
So then I DM'd the lady and I'm like, you know what, I appreciate the offer, but I don't think this is a sort of a job for me. This is not something that I would want to do, or this is something that I know my parents would never allow me to do. So I feel like it's best if you look for someone else who deserves this job more than me, because they didn't feel like I don't, sometimes when you start modeling, there's some things that you have to start doing. You have to stay, eat a clean diet, you have to start exercising. I can't do that. I love my food and I'm very lazy, so I can't do that. So if you now tell me, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, my guy, go. Go. To make matters was actually felt so bad. And guys, the terms and conditions were so good. They were so attractive. Guys, they were so... Moral of the story, because I don't just give a story time without a moral. Moral of the story is make wise decisions. Don't rush into things. Because the first time I heard that opportunity, I'm like, yes, success. Number 2, know who you are. Guys, I think at that point in my life, I was not actually questioning what I was. Because totally, I've never thought of modeling ever. I would never think of it. And I would never want to do it. But at that point, guys, I was just like, I might be considering it. This might actually be a good thing for me going, Number three. Do not get into things that you're not aware of. Because to be honest, I never researched anything about modeling. I just assumed it's just, you can just assume that modeling is just about walking down the aisle and parading and just doing that, right? Of which I'm someone who doesn't like parading myself around like that. So sometimes it can be complicated, you never know. So guys, I want to warn you out there. Because I don't blame myself and my sister. It's typical of us to think they were scammers, but they were actually real legit people. But guys, be careful out there. They are scammers. Oh, let me tell you, do not rush into things. Do not just make rational decisions. Guys, don't be fast forward for nothing. Everywhere you're just running. Where are you running for? Why are you running? Why are you running? And also guys, stay in school. Honestly, stay in school, get your degree and then pursue other things after. It's simple, but just stay in school. There are a lot of things that you can actually experience in school. They may not be on the paper, but they may be life lessons. You know what I mean? There's some things you just never find out there that you find in school. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Shakaoma.